What's up, guys? George Balecki here.
And Travis Thomas, his partner in slime.
Nothing better than talking about free agency. As you've heard on Foxborough Rush, we got a special one for you guys right here. We go through free agency, the top players the Patriots should go after, and the bidding it will look like with an agent by the name of Travis Thomas. Check it out right here.
Well. GMs. Y'all smell that? Smell like money in here. Good to see you guys. No introduction needed from me. You know who I am. Travis Thomas, the premier sports agent in the game. And you all know I represent everybody who matters in the NFL. Drew Rosenhaus, move over. He learned from me anyway. Scott Morris, child's play. Jerry Maguire, a movie. This is me, baby. Reality. Let's start because I represent Ronnie Stanley, Chris Godwin, Darius Slayton, Milton Williams, Byron Murphy Jr., and I know Senior too. He needs some money too. Let's start with Ronnie Stanley. I'm listening.
All right, look, we're going to get right to this. Ronnie Stanley is one of the best left tackles in the game. He is a Pro Bowler, he's a All-Pro, and he started over 100 career games. But he lost 2 seasons to an awful ankle injury. But luckily for him, he's going to get paid once again, as he got paid by the Ravens for your client. Here's the one thing we have the Ravens don't. This logo, the best quarterback in the game, and we got 3 of these Super Bowl rings.
Ooh.
That's what he's missing. You remember 2023 AFC Championship game? That's the closest your client ever got to one of those? Yeah. Who stopped him? Us. We need to protect our Ferrari and Patrick Mahomes. We just traded away a guy that was our best lineman to make space for Ronnie. We're going to go with 3 years, $60 million, $40 guaranteed at signing, $50 guaranteed overall. And guess what? He performs well. You know what it is. Patrick take care of everything and just restructures his contract.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate your history lesson, but you missed a couple accolades from my client. All-Pro, Pro Bowler, All-World, pancake blocks, the whole 9. Plus, I'm no true detective. I'm just a sports agent, but those rings sounded a little light on that table. Are you sure those aren't cufflinks?
They are cufflinks. Okay. I left my rings in Lenexa, Kansas. But don't worry about that, all right? We're going to offer him the world, and he's going to win a ring.
Okay. Patriots?
Yeah, I'm going to be straightforward. Ronnie is our top priority in free agency. Our coach, Mike Vrabel, he's come out. He wants to be aggressive. We want to be aggressive. So we want to make Ronnie feel that way. 3 years, $75 million with $43 guaranteed. Only 4 offensive tackles, some of the best players in the game, have more guarantees. Our offseason objective to build around Drake May, and we feel like Ronnie is the best free agent, certainly the best offensive player on the market for us. So we're going after some culture builders. We feel like Ronnie is one of them. And we do know that, Patrick Mahomes is in the conversation. We know Ronnie has played with a great quarterback in Lamar Jackson, but we feel like our quarterback's going to be in the MVP conversation soon.
Trav, let's just get past all this, right?
Yeah.
2 guys, they waited until free agency, and now they're trying to fill in the gaps. We didn't. We started early. We traded for that guy he mentioned earlier, Joe Thuney, best guard in the NFL. We traded for Jonah Jackson. We've got 2 starters right there. We've got somebody on the right side that we're excited with. And then when it comes to your guy, we think he can be the franchise left tackle for who we think can be the best quarterback in the NFL, in Caleb Williams. So right out with it, 3 years, $69 million, and here's the kicker, 69 guaranteed.
I said, you say what now?
69 guaranteed.
You said guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Like all of
it.
Carry the one, so everything is...
Trav, you know what that means?
Yeah.
So he gets his money, right?
Yeah.
And you get your money too.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, we like money. Ronnie and I, I've been knowing Ronnie since he was just a young mustache. We like money. He's from Vegas. He always bet on himself. And me personally, I always bet on black. You know what?
Let me counter real quick. If you say he bets on himself, what better way to get paid then? We'll go 2 years on this one, $63 million, so that's more money a year.
Okay.
45 at signing, 53 total. So he'll come in, win a ring, because we've won 3 of the last 4 years, and as you saw, we're an offensive line away. We're going to take it seriously with the offensive line. We put him with Patrick Mahomes, and then when he's 33 and free agent again, you get him paid again. So that's what it'll be. I just upped the offer, 2 years, $63 million, 53 total guaranteed, and like I said, Patrick takes care of everything. We restructure, he gets more money.
Sorry about the cufflink joke. I kind of like bling bling. Patriots?
Yeah, I know that the Chiefs just offered up their offer. We're going to do that as well. We're going to offer Ronnie 3 years, $84 million, and we're going to up our guarantees to $72 million. That is only behind Kristen Darisaw, the 26-year-old tackle on the Vikings, a little bit younger than your client. But as I mentioned earlier, Ronnie is our top priority in free agency. We want to make him an aggressive offer.
Well, the Bears are being a little quiet here, sir. We appreciate that counter offer that you made. In fact, I tell you what, throw in a lobster roll, you got yourself a G-damn deal.
What size shoe are you? We'll throw in a pair of Air Force Ones too.
Oh, I think New Balance is in Boston too. I'll take a pair of those, throw in, and I'm a 13. You got yourself a deal, player.
I'm gonna regret it.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy his second-year quarterback.
All right, gentlemen, next up, 27 years old, in his prime, Byron Murphy Jr. We've moved around a few times, played for a different team or here or there, no big deal. So we know how to do this. So bring it. I want to hear your best offers. Don't waste our time.
Look, we have a new owner. It's Tom Brady. He's calling the shots. What better for a cornerback to learn from the greatest quarterback of all time on how he can shut down receivers? And we know what Byron Murphy does. In the slot, outside, he's elite. At his age, we're going to overpay a little bit. We got a lot of cap space, but we're serious now. And led by Pete Carroll as well, we're going to put a culture into it. And we see Byron Murphy being a part of that culture. So right off the bat, I'm just going to do this. 4 years, $92 million total value, $45 million at signing, $66 million total guaranteed. We have the cash, and with that entire offer, that's the most ever for guaranteed money at signing, fourth most total guaranteed. And you know why I'm serious? Ladd McConkey, Travis Kelce, Cortland Sutton, Mahomes, Herbert, Nicks. We need him on the defense, and I'm giving you more money than anyone else is going to offer. I'm confident at that, and I'm going to leave it at that.
That's a lot of cabbage. Plus, y'all do have Tom Brady.
And we're in Vegas. You ever been to Peppermint Rhino? I'll show you how.
We'll talk off air. Patriots.
So we like Byron a lot. But we're kind of in, toeing the line a little bit here because we do have Christian Gonzalez. So, we like Byron's versatility. Coach Vrabel is a big proponent on defenders and slot corners. But we just can't help but we can't get to that level. We would be doing something like a 4-year, $80 million deal. Based on the one that we've heard, I think we're going to have to say we're out on this one.
Oh, you're out. You're telling us that you're out? No, we're out. Okay, we're out. Steelers, I hope you come correct.
Well, listen, we're not going to be able to get to that number. I'm going to give you the number real quick, but then I want to sell you on it a little bit. 3 years, $60 million. It's a nice chunk of change, right, for Byron? But here's the big thing. The steel curtain, playing in Pittsburgh, one of America's most beautiful cities, might I tell you. He's going to be playing alongside TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, across from Joey Porter Jr. It's a really talented defense. This is a place where Brian Flores came from, and he had the best year of his career under Brian Flores. So he goes back to a place where they know how to call a defense. They're dominant. Maybe he can be dominant. Maybe he can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I love all the guts and glory stories of Jack Lambert, but, we don't really have time for a steel curtain. We're looking for a green curtain, okay? Moolah, baby. You had me at Tom Brady, I'll be honest. These are 3 storied franchises, Raiders, Pats, Steelers. But in the end, as I told you, we bounced around teams before. No big deal. We ain't new to this. We true to this. Raiders!
Let's go.
You got yourself a deal.
And you know what? On top of that signing bonus, take some Hubba Bubba bubble gum.
Oh, man.
Him and Pete Carroll will love you.
I love Pete Carroll.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you. All right, gentlemen. So far, so good. Let's see if we can run the numbers up. May I introduce you to Mr. Milton Williams, Super Bowl champion, that is. Let's start the bidding.
Look, we're serious about our defense. We've brought in Jeff Havley. We have the structure around him. Here's my thing with Milton. He's played next to Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Jalen Carter. He's never been the dude. That's what we offer at the Packers. We have the elite quarterback. We have good receivers. We have the head coach. We're in a tough division. He's going to get paid with us. And this is what we're going to offer right up front. 4 years, $85 million total, 47 at signing, 59.5 fully guaranteed. That makes him the 3rd highest player on our roster. And I know Milton is from a small town in Texas. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
1% or 2% milk?
Oh, please. I mean, he's from Texas. Whole milk, and we'll take the whole damn cow.
So look at this right here. We're going to agree to a contract, and we're going to cheers to some good, whole Wisconsin milk.
Oh, it does look refreshing.
And I'll bring a second glass. So I'm going to stick with Milton on this one. We want him bad, and we're going to get him. Again, third highest paid player in our locker room.
You know, I do love cheese curds. Patriots, what do you got?
Isn't it a little rude that he wouldn't have just brought a second glass right off the jump if he was that confident in that? You know, he doesn't sound like a family guy like we are here in New England.
I love my milk, and I love Milton Williams. Just remember that.
I'm just going to tell you straight up, we're trying to build through the trenches this offseason. We just signed Ronnie Stanley. We feel really good about that deal. And we feel like we're a great fit for your client. We're trying to become more, aggressive and faster under Coach Vrabel. And he won't have to compete for snaps like he did, in Philly. I know that was a big drawback to that. That's also not to say that he's not going to be playing off some talent. We're hopeful about Christian Barmore. Keon White, we think he's going to have a much better third season than he did last year. And I don't know if you've heard much about defensive coordinator Tyrell Williams, but if he has any questions, just tell him to give Jeffrey Simmons a call. He two-time Pro Bowler under Williams. So we're going to offer 4 years, $84 million with $55 guaranteed. We feel like that's a very fair contract given the offers that are going around on the open market right now.
Well, you do. You know I love clam chowder, I got to admit. But none of this mean a ting if you ain't got the ring. I mean, the Eagles is where I got that bling, bling from my client.
You're going to need to go back to them because we're offering 4 years, $88 million, 60 guaranteed, and a chance to win another one of those.
Hey, real quick. So you have $60 million guaranteed, $59.5 million guaranteed.
So less.
Keep in mind, though, up in Green Bay, nice small town, the Patriots have a lot of cap space. Look, if we don't get them, I would at least like to see them spend more because they're a competitor on defense.
Does your client want to live in Green Bay, Foxborough, or stay in Philadelphia? It's not even a question.
Yeah, they got a lot of money. They're not spending it right now. I just want to point that out.
Do you have a
most guaranteed, second most? No, I don't have a counter. I just wanted to make sure that you guys know you got more money to spend.
GMs, relax.
We're going to come in with a counter.
Okay.
These guys clearly aren't, they don't care enough about Milton Williams to up their price.
Please.
What we're going to do is we're going to tack on another year. We're going to go 5 years. We're going to go 110 for a $22 million AAV. And we're going to do $64 million in guarantees. The Packers just talk a little crap over here. We had the Eagles just talk a little crap over here.
Kind of get to do that when you're the Super Bowl champion. But.
Kind of get to do that when you actually are in the playoffs the past few years too.
It sounds like both of their guarantees are shorter than ours. So we're going to offer 64. There's only 4 defensive tackles with more. We feel very confident that he would be a great addition to our defense.
Well, they say money talks and the Eagles and Packers walk. 1 second. Yeah, honey, go ahead, book it. Martha's Vineyard. Thanks. You got yourself a deal.
Love to hear it.
Go ahead and tell Milton we said you're welcome for driving up that price.
Enjoy living in Walpole.
All right, money bags. My next client, Super Bowl champion, Chris Godwin. And if you sign him, you gon' win. Let's start the bidding.
Look, I'm going to be real with you. I love Chris Godwin. I wanted him in the 2017 draft. And what I did is I passed on him. I took Ryan Switzer around later. No relation to Barry. I just want to prove I can make 2 Switzers out of winners.
I don't care about that.
I'm saying this to say this. I love him. Because what you're trying to do is get a guy 29 years old with a bad ankle a big contract. You're trying to skin a squirrel's behind with a spoon. You just bit off the pin of a grenade and held it with your hand. You know who can make a fix on that? You know who can do it?
It's too tight.
Your boy Jerry. Don't worry about my bolo tie because I got it all right here. That boy's cornbread is softer than the middle of a grapefruit. You don't want to go to New England. You don't want to stay in Tampa. You want to come to Dallas where we're winners. Restructured Dak's contract. Gonna get Micah paid. Got CD paid. We're gonna pay Chris right now. So I'm gonna go 3 years, $61 million, 30 at signing, 50 total guaranteed. And you know what? I'll throw in 200 acres of land just south of Midland, Texas, where you can get some oil.
I'm not even sure what just happened. Someone get Grandpa.
Hey, I got one more pitch on you. I got triots. Don't be and fooled is what they're called. You know how someone gets triots? They never get fooled. I'm not going to get fooled again by passing up on Chris Godwin.
I think the first question, and we really greatly respect your client, but how is he feeling?
Oh, well, it's funny you mentioned that. He's actually feeling like multi-millions of dollars.
And we love to hear that, but the reality is there is a little bit of an injury risk with your client coming off a dislocated ankle. We still feel like we're a great landing spot for your client, and we know that Baker, he likes to grab his jock quite a bit. Baker's not going to be able to hold Drake May's jock in a few years, and we think that's one of the strong reasons we think that's one of the biggest reasons why we do make sense for your client. So what we're going to do, we're going to offer him 3 years, $69 million with 30 in guarantees. That AAV puts him in the neighborhood of DK, of Debo, Michael Pittman. And you'll notice, the injury, or you'll notice the guarantees. A lot of that is due to our hesitance because of the injury risk. But what we can do is we can also throw in some escalators at the end if need be.
I'm going to be quick. I want you to call Chris when you get out of here. And I want you to tell him thank you for all of his years of service to Tampa Bay. But unfortunately,
what?
We're out.
Wait a minute.
We don't have with a tear in my eye.
Let's talk about this.
With a tear in my eye, we just can't afford it.
We won a Super Bowl together.
Listen, we got $54 million tied up into Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. We made our decision. And unfortunately, he no longer fits the timeline. Just please tell him thank you.
Look, I'm going to leave it with this. They don't want him back. We want him bad. I hired Brian Schottenheimer, to win a Super Bowl. And let's make it 2. Chris Godwin in the slot makes that happen. Our $30 million at signing, that's more than Mike Evans. Our $50 million total, that's more than Mike Evans. Chris Godwin means a lot to us. Sometimes you got to let sleeping dogs lie. Sometimes you got to wake them up. We're going to hunt for that ring, and we're going to do it with Chris Godwin. We're offering the most money and the longest term. Simple as that. And don't forget, oil fields, gas.
Yeah, I heard
200 acres outside of Midland.
I heard you the first time. Don't you have a nap to take or something?
Yeah, my son's supposed to wake me up from that, but yeah, I ran away from him, so don't tell him.
Ran away while sleeping. That's impressive.
We'll give one more offer. We're going to give you 3 years, $75 million for $25 million AAV, but we're going to keep that $30 million guaranteed.
$30 million at signing. $30 million at signing. $50 million total. He's got a bum ankle. You know what I like to do? I love loyalty, and I'll be loyal to Chris. I'm going to get him paid now.
Well, these are all intriguing offers except you.
I'm sorry.
My former love.
I'm sorry.
There's no loyalty there. No loyalty.
My ex-wife. I do love clam chowder. However, Grandpa creeps me out, but money talks. What do you want me to do?
Bring it in,
Cowboys,
baby.
You got yourself a deal. How about them Cowboys?
I got 7 ex-wives. We're going to win all of it. Welcome to the Lone Star.
I'm going to regret this. All right, GMs, for our final offering, we took a bite out of the Big Apple, but we still hungry, baby. Darius Slayton. Best offers only.
Look, I'm going to be real with this one. We just landed Chris Godwin. We got CeeDee Lamb. Some say he's a wide receiver too. He's a wide receiver tree to me. And I don't see much value. Yeah, maybe he kicked our arse time and time again when it's raining outside out in MetLife Stadium. But I don't like him that much. I'm doing this just to do right by you because you got us, Chris. 2 years, $20 million.
What?
$10 million fully guaranteed. Look, I got one of the best receivers in the game, and I just got Chris Godwin. We just restructured with Dak. I don't need him. He needs us. I'm not worried about it. Just remember, don't let the door hit you where the witches yippee bit you. All right?
I don't even know what that means, old man. Patriots, you better come correct, because we ain't going to the Cowboys.
Yeah, we've been really impressed with Darius, and the fact that he's been catching passes from Daniel Jones and long neck Mike Glennon and Jake from State Farm and Davis Webb and Tyrod Taylor and Tommy DeVito and dancing Drew Lock. The fact that he's done what he's done with those guys, it's pretty impressive. We're here to tell Darius that the grass is much, much greener in New England, and that's because of Drake May. We're trying to improve the offense around Drake, and we think that Darius would be a big asset to that. He would, provide us with a different dynamic on offense, and a dynamic that offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels is really excited about. So we're here to offer Darius 3 years, $48 million with $24 million guaranteed. The AAV 16, he's right there with Christian Kirk, Jerry Jeudy, Tyler Lockett. We think that that's a good spot for him.
Patriots, you always lead with respect. This is going to be tough, Broncos. What do you got for us?
We got this old man.
Hey.
He's got oil money.
Hey.
We got this old man. He's got mac and cheese money.
Yep.
This old man, I got Walmart money.
Oh, that's different kind of bread.
That's
right there.
different money.
That's different money.
I'm going to come at you straight with the offer. 3 years, $60 million, $30 million guaranteed, so it's above both of these bozos, right? And you're going to come into a system where Sean Payton led a bunch of idiots to the playoffs.
They were idiots.
And your guy, he just needs an opportunity, and we're going to give him that opportunity. Cortland Sutton on the outside, Darius Slayton on the other side. We're going to go win a Super Bowl, baby.
You know, I never have skied before. They say Denver's great for ski, ski, ski. Broncos, you got yourself a deal, baby. Let's hug it out. Come on.
Gonna regret it. Woo!
Lost
Remember who
another
gives
wide
the gas?
receiver.
Who gives the gas to
baby.
Walmart?
See you on the slopes. Y'all be cool.